Hi, my name is Jim Pendree. I put together this video to help you understand the Sunrider Marketing Program. I created a PowerPoint, and I'm just going to share my screen with you and get right to it. So in traditional business, it kind of looks like this. People have that mindset that I'm going to start a business and I'm going to get customers, and I'll try to get maximum profit. But in network distribution, it allows us to leverage our efforts. So instead of wanting all the profit to ourselves, we want to share some of those profits, and we want to bring in team members and help them build businesses also. Like, I don't want to work with 200 customers. I want to work with 20 customers. And then I want to have some business people, so then they can all have 20 customers. And then they can have business people, and they can have 20 customers. So we all get to make a good income, and we all get to have a life, and we all get to service our people better. It's the perfect structure. So in Sunrider, there's three ways to start then. To start in the business is, well, you can start as a customer for free, and that's where you'll pay a 15% retail over and above the wholesale price. You can start as a preferred customer, and that's where you'll pay 10% over the wholesale price, and the fee for that is under $50. It's well under $50, and it's a yearly fee. But then you have ways, if you make an order of around 250 Canadian in the 12th month of your year, the membership is waived. There's lots of features for preferred customers. And then you can start as an independent business owner. And the fee for that is under $100, and it's a yearly fee. And for that, you get to purchase at the wholesale price. It allows you to build a business, you get a personal website, and so much more. So first off, I'm going to talk about terminology. First one is qualifying volume. So if you ever hear us talk about QV, qualifying volume, and that's the global number that's put on a product that's the same all over the world. So a Cali 10-pack, I believe it's 11 QV, and that's close to the US dollar. So in Canada, of course, it's still 11 QV, but our price is higher because our dollar is different than the US. And then there's PV, which stands for personal volume. And when you're looking at your volumes, let's say you go into your back office and you see, oh, I've got 1,000 PV. Well, that's made up of your orders from your retail customers that you've sponsored personally, and from your preferred customers that you've sponsored personally. So all that is PV, personal volume. And then the third is downline volume. So that's all volume. That includes the IBOs that you sponsor and their IBOs and everybody in your whole organization, including your customers and your orders. That is downline volume, DV. So we've got QV, qualifying volume, that's the number, that's the price on that product worldwide. It's the same because we have a global marketing program, and we had to have that. Personal volume, which is your volume, your customers, your preferred customers, and your downline volume, which is all volume, which includes your IBOs, okay? So first, let's talk about retail. If you sponsor customers, you earn 15% retail, which I mentioned in your choices of how to join. And you earn 10% from your preferred customers. And for your personal volume, you start receiving, you'll see a 5% from 500 to 1,999. So between you and your customers and your preferred customers, if you have anywhere between 500 and 1,999, you're going to get 5%. If you have 2,000 to 4,999, you'll get 10%. And if you have 5,000 and above, that's 15%. So this is not retail, this is personal volume commissions. So if we put all this together, from your customers, let's say if you had 2,000 QV from them, you'd receive 15% retail. And you'd receive another 15% personal volume bonus. So that would be a total of 30%. And then if you had 2,000 from your preferred customers, you'd receive 10% retail and 15% personal volume bonus. And from you personally, if you had 1,000 in orders, you'd receive zero retail because you're paying at the wholesale price, but you'd still receive 15% personal volume bonus. So that would be 15. So if you did the numbers on that, you'd be looking at about $1,250 US dollars. So that's how that would add up. So Unilevel Commissions, that's where you start earning commissions on the independent business owners that you sponsor. So if you look at the top here, it's got it's PV and DV. So you'll see that beside there's IBO and then there's star. So that's the first level. And if you had 200 personal volume, that could come from you or one of your customers. You don't actually have to order in this marketing program to earn a check. As long as you have 200 PV, which comes from you, your customers, or your preferred customers, and you had a downline volume, that's total volume of 500, you'd receive 5% on your first level IBO. You'll see that at the bottom under Unilevel Commissions. And then as your rank goes up, you'll see the requirement go up. So for Star Elite, they need 400 PV and a total volume, all volume, downline volume of 1,800. And so they did that. If you go to the bottom here, you'd see you earning 9% on your first level IBOs and 2% of your second level IBOs. So that's kind of how that works. And you can move all the way up to Ace Royal in this part of the marketing program, and you'll go 4 levels deep. And it keeps going farther as you move up into higher ranks, which we'll get to. Now, there's other bonuses. So when you sponsor a new preferred customer, and if they join AutoShip, and if their order is it's 130 Canadian dollars on AutoShip, and if you have PV of 250, you earn a free product. And also, if you sponsor an IBO and who purchases 250 personal volume, which would, of course, it'd be their own order, you earn a $60 product credit from them. So that's for sponsoring people. And then as you go down to the bottom section here, you earn a $65 Canadian bonus if someone becomes Star Prime in their first full month. So that's, let's say if they sponsored it in the middle of August, you'd have the rest of August and all of September for them to become a Star Prime. You'd earn $65. So Star Prime is right there, the third one in. So they would need to get up to 1,000. And as we go down, if they become a Star Elite in their first 3 months, you earn $130. And that is this one, Star Elite. So they get to the 1,800 mark, you earn that bonus. And you earn $260 on an ACE. So if we go, back up here to ACE, so they get up to 3,000, you earn that bonus, $260. And then the next one up, Ace Prime, you earn $455 if they get there in their first full 3 months. Now there's also development bonuses where once you're building your business and you get someone who qualifies as an ACE, you earn an additional bonus every month, $39. And your Ace Prime, $78, Ace Elite, $104, and Ace Royals at $130. So these are bonuses that you get every month when your people qualify at this rank. And these are people that are your first level or someone who's rolled up to you on their first level. So let's just look at this for a second. This is the average income for US for all ranks in 2018. If we looked at IBO, which is the one at the very bottom, the average income company-wide was $153 per year. And then the Star was $437, and on up. Star Elite is $3,100, and Ace $6,200, and this is US dollars. So I created a few examples for you, going up as high as the bottom of the green here, which is Hero. And that income is right about the 50,000 US mark. So let's just have a look here. So if you become a Star Elite, to fit into the average income that Star Elites would earn, to fit into the average income that Star Elites earn, which is $339 a month Canadian, you'd need 5 or 10 people. And so we simply have we got 4 customers here, a couple of IBOs, and like I said, 5 to 10 people. That would create a volume of 2,000 to 3,000 QB on average, and you'd be earning that. And no income guarantees, of course. And to reach ACE, the average income is 674 Canadian dollars, or 519 US. The average volume it would take to create that would be 4 to 6,000 QB. And notice that we've got some customers, a couple of IBOs, and you'd need 1 builder leg. that's someone who has 1,000 QV. That's one IBO who has 1,000 QV of their own, and they'd have their own distributors, sponsored to them. Ace Royal, now we're starting getting up to almost the 2,500 Canadian dollar mark in 1920 US. The average volume it would take to create that income. See, there's variables because you don't know how much retail they're going to have. They got lots of customers with retail, then they don't need many people and they're making a great income. But this is just averages, assuming that they don't have much for retail is kind of how I designed this. And so the average volume they would need is 14,000 to 20,000 QV. And you'll see in this example that they've got 4 builder legs, 4 people with 1,000 each, 4 IBOs, I should say, with a few customers and then a few IBOs. That's kind of what that would look like. And then Hero is right about the 50,000 US dollar mark, which would be about 65,000 Canadian dollars. So in this case, they have 1 Ace Royal leg, and I wrote in here 2 builder legs, but it's actually 3 builder legs is what they would need. Plus they would have their customers and their IBOs. So as we move on to the higher ranks now, Hero and above, of course, they get paid on a deeper level. And then there's other bonuses that kick in. The main one is check match, which allows you to earn a percentage match of the checks of the leaders in your group. So that is very exciting when you start getting these check match bonuses on your check. The next part is the Turbo Infinity bonus. This allows you to get paid to infinity on your group, no matter how many levels deep it is. So in a Unilevel plan, you can sponsor as many people personally as you want. And you have no legs to balance. You've got nobody breaking away. And in this plan, it allows you to get paid no matter how deep your people are in your group. They could be 50 levels deep, 100 levels deep. You're still getting paid 0.5% on all that volume, no matter how deep it is. So what I suggest to maximize your start with Sunrider is to sponsor 10 customers or preferred customers. Get your volume up there and sponsor 5 IBOs minimum just to start, right? And you want to keep sponsoring to build your business. But what that'll create is 500 to 2,000 in personal volume. So you can start getting paid well on that, plus your retail. And it'll move you up in the marketing program. And then get involved in the community. Plug into whatever your upline's doing, whatever the company's doing, and get moving. So anyways, I hope this has helped. Please reach out to the person who shared this with you, or you can contact me at jimpendree.com. Thanks a lot.